Hello, I am Sarah Millican and welcome to episode 4 of How to Be Champion Storytime. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Make sure you leave lots of comments and let me know that you've been watching. That would be really good. I hope your day is going all right. I've been out for a walk with the dog and that is all I've done. Oh, I showered. I didn't wash my hair though, because you don't care, do you? Do you? Shout out in the comments anybody who also hasn't washed their hair in ages. We could be finally part of a cool gang. Maybe not. So chapter 4 continues with the school chapter. Episode 4, sorry. Oh, idiot. Right. Episode 4 continues. Geography. We did humanities mostly, which is a combination of geography and history and amounts to colouring in Romans for 3 years. When we did do geography, I enjoyed it. We learnt mostly about new towns, and I remember that farmers leave fields to go to shit every now and again. Fallow, that's it. I got my GCSE results handed to me by my geography teacher, Mr. Misen. They weren't in an envelope, just open for him to see. He read them, winced, and handed them to me. Luckily, he was joking, as I got 2 A's, 3 B's and 4 C's. At least I think he was joking. One of the C's was for geography, so who knows? Trigonometry. I loved maths, though I rarely put my hand up, as our brilliant but mad teacher would make the girls do sit-ups if you got it wrong, press-ups if you were a boy. Thank God I didn't know about feminism then. I'd have been shouting my mouth off, and then all the girls would have killed me, and they would have been so much fitter and more able to do so. He thought this would make us all brilliant at maths. For me, it just meant I didn't speak. And it wasn't the sit-ups, it was doing them in front of the whole class. Many years before, when we were learning our times table, we had to stand up and see each one over the course of the term to get them ticked off on the teacher's wall chart. I was so nervous about standing up and talking with everyone looking, and I couldn't see any curtains or mams proffering bananas, that I left it all till the last day and got up and did the whole lot in one go. Odd that this is now my job. I was, and I still am in many situations, very shy. I'd still rather stand on stage in front of thousands of people than go to a party where there is anyone I don't know. I only really like my parties. Okay, you can turn the song off now, the Sam Cooke one, remember? Or keep it on for the la-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta bit. It's so fun to join in with. English was the lesson I loved the most. Pretty much as soon as our regular English teacher, was off sick with 2 broken legs, I found our lessons much more engaging. I may have misremembered this and be thinking of Pam Short, as in Pam Short's broken both her legs and I want to dance with you. If you haven't seen Strictly Ballroom, I don't mind if you stop reading me, or listening to me, and watch it now. I remember very little about the substitute teacher, just that she made English fun and creative and interesting. She passed the baton on to one of my very favourite teachers, Mr. O'Shea. I walked into his lesson once wearing my new glasses. They were purple with green speckles and massive. Deirdre Barlow is my closest reference point. I loved them. Because they were so huge, I could see so much of the world at once. On seeing my new specs for the first time, Mr. O'Shea said, "What big glasses you've got," to which I replied, "All the better to see you with." My first zinger, and a literary one too. He must have been so impressed. We had to write a short story for him once. It could be anything. I wrote a romance called A Chance Encounter. Here is an excerpt. In fact, the ending. Well, you're not going to get round to reading the whole thing, are you? "Lauren, will you marry me?" Again, millions of replies travelled through Lauren's mind, the majority of them being positive. As she observed his muscular, athletic figure and his soft brown eyes, her heart melted as she... What does that say? I can't read my own writing. Realised. Sarah, your handwriting's terrible. It's handwritten. Sorry. As she realised just how lucky she was. That was when she made her decision. Yes, on one condition. Anything, just name it. You promised to hold my sick bag on the plane. They both chuckled as the final call for the 10:15 flight to the Bahamas was made. What the hell? I got a B. I was mostly a B-grade student in English. I was happy with that. A few lessons later, Mr. O'Shea taught us about plagiarism and how important it was to be original and only do your own work. He told us a story of a pupil who copied one of Gerald Durrell's stories word for word and handed it in as his own. The teacher hadn't twigged initially and so marked it as normal. Gerald Durrell got a B. This was the first time I considered I could write. And either Gerald Durrell wasn't great or our teachers were harsh. Either way, I was as good as Gerald Durrell, a badge I've worn with pride ever since. And that is the end of episode 4. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. And if not, fuck you. Anyway, bye. Lots of love. Oh, wash your fucking hands. Bye. Bye.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more? I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.